This year there is no commerce in their view. Either they take economics based arts or they take the. See, but I've asked them, requested if you can add some simple papers in your BA economics, which also includes some management, business studies, little bit of some concepts of those. So these children don't feel that they are so deprived of the business or management side of things. In economics also we can add. But my focus would be microeconomics, rural economics, what would be relevant to the rural societies. So that keeping that as the main focus, also add a little bit of banking, how the whole money markets and how the whole thing about management ideas, business studies. Some papers yet well, so that the commerce students or those who have some inclination towards this, they should not feel left out. Pure economics is too much theory. You will get bored. How many economics students are there? Satya too many theories, too many names to remember. All kinds of people have written all kinds of theories. The worst part of economics syllabus is what you know. Half of the theories are not applicable today. But nevertheless, you have to remember and write exams. What a waste. You have to remember that these theories don't work. For that, you have to remember so many people's date of birth. It's a torture. That's why those all theories should compress into a small portion. Larger portion is practical, applicable. Today, what is happening? When to manage a small microfinancing firm, what does it take? That it applies all the business principles will be applied, profit principles, balance sheets. Because I put you in a village and tell you, okay, I'll give you, say, 5 lakh rupees. And it's your responsibility to do some improvement in the village by giving them small credits and help like small farmers or small cottage industries, whichever village you are tomorrow. How are you going to manage that on your own? Trust can give a grant. How do you ensure that the grant is being utilized correctly, they are able to improve their lives using this grant? See, right now what is happening in villages, these microeconomics finance companies are there. Now what is the interest they charge to the village people? Think, what is the general interest, banking interest now? What is PLR?
Prime lending rate.
What is the PLR now? Some approximate you tell me,
5%.
Maybe 6. Because interest rates from the bank like 11-12%. Just 3-4% margin they will keep.
Currently 6.5.
Some 6% around should be. Now you go to bank regularly now, you will get a loan at the interest depending on the amount, secured or unsecured loans. Secured loans you will get at 12-13%, unsecured 17-18%. Go to a microfinancing company for your seed financing, like for agriculture, seed, or any small credit for you. You know what is the interest rate? 36%. Because high risk area. But the truth is that those people default less than people like Malayas default more. Those poor people are so scared they will pay back somehow. And big people take thousands of crores and disappear at cheap costs. But they are charged 36-40%. And the small banks are becoming very popular now. Village credits, instant credits to the village people at 36-40% interest. Suppose I go to the village, I tell you, you have a school where you adopted 5 villages. Per village I will give you a grant of 5 lakh rupees. It's your discretion. How you want to help the village using this 5 lakh rupees. You study the credibility of the person, the need, the genuineness. The person has to use this money to enhance his business, agriculture, anything. And he's not going to be charged at 36% terrible interest rate. How will you manage that? Then you need to have some practical understanding. You can't simply blindly distribute. You can don't drink and waste the whole money. How are you going to monitor that? So this kind of ideas the economics people should have. Because tomorrow we are going to be in everywhere, in every place. We will adopt villages around us. We will become their mentors, their counselors, their people to go to. Small people will come out to buy a cow. I don't have finance. Can you help me? We will help you, but how are you going to repay it? We will not charge interest to you. But you should have the responsibility to repay it someday, so that it can be given to somebody else who is far more needy than you. So will save them from the huge interest burdens. But at the same time, we can't leave them irresponsible. This is all Sai Baba, a lot of money free they distribute. That attitude should not come to them. So how are you going to manage such things and default there? All this has to get into the economics people's head. Whether you understand geopolitics and the macroeconomics or not interested, there are too many people dealing with that. But where the pain point is in rural area, where the financing is so expensive, that the whole purpose of taking a loan is defeated, and they can never repay. That is the area. And can you believe the maximum money is being pumped in microfinancing from abroad? Microfinancing companies' valuations are going up. Why? Because India is so huge and so many rural people. When they can squeeze this kind of interest out of rural people, then they'll gain profitability. And how do I know all these things? There's one banker I met, head of one bank called Bandhan Bank. We were talking to them over some hospital in Calcutta. He does this microfinancing. And Bandhan Bank is so popular now. It has branches everywhere, thousands of them. And this is what they do. They give loan and they charge so much in interest. And the poor farmer will suffer paying that interest. But with no choice, he will nevertheless go. He has to buy seeds, he has to buy fertilizers, he has to buy a cow or whatever, tractor or equipment or pesticides or whatever he is using. And he buys from all these people. They say we are better than the local money lenders who will squeeze you, but these people are no less. These are money lenders in suit and boot, equally bad. So that is not the way our country can progress. Banks will progress, cities will progress with that, villages won't progress. How as an economist will you think about their problems? What will you do? These are the ideas that you should get into. That's why I was interested in agricultural economics, rural economics. That should become the larger portion of our economics studies than simply mugging theories after theories, all those irrelevant, useless theories of those past, not required. Think like that, this kind of practical projects you take. In everything, science, biosciences, now all these moving towards organic farming, no more pesticides and herbicides, and people are fed up, cancerous, all kinds of things. How are you going to create pesticides using our old traditional technology, but it should be easily transportable, storable. Where the problem comes with all these traditional techniques, it's not as convenient to use as the fertilizer, bag of fertilizer you buy and simply sprinkle it everywhere.